Hi Scorpio, this reading is going to be for you. I'm going to get started with my oracle cards here, and then I'll move on to the tarot to clarify. Alrighty, so let's see. So universe, what messages do you have for Scorpio? So what are we telling Scorpio today? And we already got cards that are looking like they want to sort of jump out of my hands here. I think the universe is eager to talk to you. So I think let's hear what it's got to say. Yep, and that one seems to want to come out. So we got the Hope card. That's a good one to have. That's a good way to start. I'm liking that. Let's see what else we got. So we got Temptation as well. Movement, choices, decisions. Stand your ground. And mental conflict. Okay, so to me this speaks of you being at sort of a crossroads in your life, feeling conflicted, feeling temptation to maybe stay in your old habits, your old rut, kind of the old behaviors, but also having the choice to stand your ground and make a change. I think that's what that speaks to as well. And I believe that the Hope card goes along with the change, because if you're just doing the same behaviors, you're always going to get the same results. So I'm thinking that this is warning you not to stay in your old habits and encouraging you to move forward. I'm going to pull some more cards here. Passion ignited, heartache and loss, love begins, shadow, and patience and planning. Heartache and loss. So I'm thinking that this also speaks to sort of maybe the mental conflict that you were in. Maybe you had a rough breakup, and you were sort of wondering if you were ever going to meet anybody again. You were sort of maybe even down on yourself, or just down on the whole concept of love and relationships in general, and just sort of stuck in a negative way of thinking about it. And I think the Shadow card actually speaks to that as well. And I think, to me, it speaks of transitioning from a darker place into a lighter place. And I think in this case, that might be a way of thinking. Transitioning from a darker sort of way of thinking, a more negative way of thinking, into a more positive way of thinking. The Passion Ignited card being drawn with the Love Begins makes me believe that there might be a new relationship happening here. So I've had reads like this before where it doesn't actually speak to a romantic relationship. It actually speaks to you learning to love yourself. And I'm not entirely sure which way this one's going to go yet. If this is a new romance in your future, or if this is just you learning to love yourself. So I'm going to pull some more cards just to sort of clarify the situation here. So I got the Ace of Wands, which definitely speaks to new beginnings. The Ten of Swords, to me in this reading, speaks of sort of the negativity that you were sort of struggling to shake. It was pretty heavy. It was weighing you down. The Queen of Swords, to me, speaks of you learning sort of some self-truths, sort of seeing things in a new light. I also got the Six of Cups, which tends to be a blast from the past, so I'm wondering, it usually goes with reconnecting with someone from your past, but I almost wonder if this is like reconnecting with yourself, and it goes along with sort of the loving yourself again. A 301 speaks to making positive progress. So I think that speaks of you choosing to change and the positive progression you're going to see, the positive manifestations you're going to see as you sort of work along that progress of leaving the negativity behind. So I got the Knight of Pentacles, and that sort of speaks of something you've been working for a long time finally coming to fruition. And I think in this case it speaks to this change that you're making in your life of leaving the darker, more negative sort of thoughts behind, the more sort of negative outlook on the world, the negative way of being behind, and moving into a more positive way. I also got the Fool card, which speaks to taking a leap of faith. And I think that has to do with your choice and sort of just, I don't know if I'd say throw caution to the wind, but just like going for it. It's feeling like, you know what, I'm sick of the negativity. I'm sick of always feeling down. I'm sick of always looking at things in a dark light, and I just want better, and I want to be happier, and I'm just gonna change. And I think that's what it speaks to. I have the Empress card here, and to me, she feels like a symbol of this new life. It's not even a new life. It's sort of you learning to love yourself again, the starting of your new way of being in the world. It speaks to me of growing that, of honing your emotions, honing the positivity, honing your personal and your inner strength as well. Temperance to me speaks of finding a balance between sort of emotions and logic, which I think speaks well into your read here. Being able to temper your emotions and be like, you know what, things are really not as bad as they feel, because sometimes, you know, things are one way but they feel another way, and so I think it speaks to that as well. So I got the Three of Pentacles here, and it speaks to the work that you're putting in, changing, working hard, honing your craft, and starting to see the positive benefits coming to fruition. It usually speaks to finances, but I don't think this read is about finances. I think this read is more about personal growth. And I think this is what it speaks to, is as you start taking the steps, as you start to see things in a more positive light, go through life in a more positive, open way, I think you're going to start to see a lot of more positive things come your way, and positive things manifesting. I got the Nine of Wands too, which speaks to sort of struggling for a long time, and I think that goes along with sort of the emotional loss and the negative emotions that you were dealing with, and you're just feeling really beat down and sort of looking for that light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like you're moving in the right direction by leaving the negativity behind and really starting in a positive way. So I also got the Emperor card. He wasn't in the same line as the Empress card, but I did get the Two of Cups as well. I was just waiting to see if I got other cards that would sort of tie into that. So there may be a new relationship coming your way. And I think a lot of this speaks to you changing your outlook, and I think this is what you're going to see. How I said, how when you're changing your way of being in the world and being more positive in things and looking at things in a positive light, and you're going to start seeing more positive things coming to fruition. I believe that you changing your outlook on relationships, on yourself as well. This is one of the positive things that you're going to see. You're going to see a good relationship coming your way. You're going to meet a good positive person, is what I'm getting from this read, is what this read means to me as well. Also seeing the Three of Cups, which signifies celebration. To me, in this, it signifies you celebrating your wins and the positivity. I think that's just indicative of this change, and all the positive manifestations that are going to come your way, and you're going to feel like celebrating. You're going to have more wins. I did get the Ace of Pentacles, so I wonder if financially or maybe career-wise, something also isn't going to change for you in a very positive way as well. I'm going to pull a few more of these guys and then a few more of these guys, just to sort of sum up the read here. Okay, so I got the Ace of Swords, which speaks to triumph. The Wheel of Fortune, which also speaks to your fortunes improving, good things coming your way, as well as the Sun, sort of speaking to that light and positivity. I got the Seven of Swords as well, which tends to speak of sort of a situation where you feel like someone has taken something from you, something was unfair. I think that more speaks to those negative feelings in the past. I think this is more of a warning, this one, to not fall back into those old habits, those old ways of thinking. So I think you would be very surprised at how much we actually see the changes in our life of the energy that we put out there and what comes back to us. Okay, so I got the Accelerated Motion, I got Material Harvest, I got Destiny. I also got the chakra that has to do with emotion, creativities, and desires. So what I'm seeing here is, what I'm gathering from this read, is you making this transition into this more positive way of being in the world. I think you're going to start noticing, and from Accelerated Motion, I feel like you're going to start noticing very quickly a lot of positive things manifesting and coming your way. So the Ace of Pentacles shows that maybe that's going to be career-wise, maybe that's going to be a financial endeavor. The Two of Cups, to me, I'm feeling like possibly even relationship-wise, you're going to meet somebody. You got the Material Harvest, which again speaks of the Ace of Pentacles and the money coming in. The emotion, creativity, desires, I feel like that speaks to the things that you're wanting in life. You're going to start seeing those come your way as well. And Destiny, I think, speaks to you're on your path for your destiny. You're gonna start seeing all those things that you wanted, all those things that you hope for, that life that you really want. You're gonna start to see all those things manifesting. Just making this positive change into your life is gonna change everything, and you're gonna start seeing all sorts of positivity in all aspects. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful. If it spoke to you, if it resonated with you, please share. I would love to know. And take care.